Hey, it's Tvcrazyman, and today let's visit the classic TV show Bewitched, starring Elizabeth Montgomery and Dick York, and look for some interesting goofs that are sometimes funny, sometimes enlightening as to how the shows are made, and sometimes pretty cool in their own right. Call them goofs, or in some cases just curiosities, but I believe you'll find them all to be very interesting. So let's get started diving deep into this classic 1960s comedy, back when television was still awesome, and what made it awesome was the actors and the characters that they brought to life. In the season 1 episode, Red Light, Green Light, Darrin stays up all night working on an ad, but his friend Dave has a suggestion for him.
I think you should add, and bring your friends.
But the only problem is that it already says, bring all your friends, on the ad. And we know this because they already showed us a close-up of Darrin's work. In the season 1 episode, Open the Door, Witchcraft, Darrin and Samantha are locked inside their garage when a newly installed door garage opener malfunctions, and Samantha is sworn in anger never to use her witchcraft again. Funny plot, and I don't want to ruin the episode for you, so forget what I'm about to tell you.
Wait a minute.
The garage had a side door for easy exit that was seen a couple of times in the episode. Darrin and Samantha were never really trapped, even if you discounted Samantha's powers. Well, always remember, if you're looking for a house and it has a garage, make sure it has a door to the side to escape with. Another weird thing is that once the men have installed an automatic opener for the garage door, it opens awfully quickly and is quiet as a whisper, which probably means that the door is controlled by someone manually off camera. And when the Stephens sit in their garage with the door wide open, instead of the street and the houses we would expect to see that were shown to be all around already in the series, the background that we see is a painting of rocks and trees, as if the Stephens live way out in the country.
Worse than ever.
In the episode ABNER, KADABRA, when Abner knocks on the Stephens' door as soon as he enters the house, a mysterious hand can be seen outside, ensuring that the front door is closed.
It's eerie. It gives me the creeps.
Of course, this could be explained as a guest appearance by a thing from the Addams family, in which case he also made a guest appearance on the Munsters. So I guess apparently they were worried about doors not shutting properly back then, so they had somebody who would actually pull the door shut.
There's obviously something the matter with that darn door.
You know, I wonder how much that gig paid. In the season 2 episode, take 2 aspirins and half a pint of porpoise milk. Mrs. Kravis drops her bowl of soup when she runs out of Samantha's bedroom. Later, when she goes back to get it, it looks like it's full of soup again. On the season 2 episode, And Then I Wrote, near the end, when Darrin and Samantha return from a play, the actress playing Mrs. Kravis can be seen through the door waiting for her cue to ring the doorbell. Or Mrs. Kravis was up to something that was not revealed on this episode.
Hello?
I don't know about you, but I don't trust her. I bet she was eavesdropping again.
Have it. Let me have it.
In the episode A Strange Little Visitor, a warlock kid named Merle that the Stephens are babysitting throws a super fast ball to Darrin, knocking him down. But the real magic appears that the ball doesn't seem to be originating from Merle's hand. On a side note, the kid's father was played by James Doohan, aka Mr. Scott from Star Trek. Maybe the kid was also from the future. On the season 2 episode Samantha the Dressmaker, Endora, Sam's mother, puts a spell on some models, freezing them in time. But the model in blue can't help but blink. Honestly though, I have to give him credit for standing so still. The dude was actually the actor that played the robot Jaime on Get Smart. Even though I think he was using the table to help balance himself, this was still a pretty hard position to be completely still in. Now if you look carefully, you can see that he was struggling to keep that leg still. In the episode Follow That Witch Part 2, when Samantha pops in at a bad guy's apartment to teach him a lesson, and zaps the champagne bottle, causing the cork to knock the chandelier right off the chain. The table breaks before the chandelier hits it. I wonder what it would have looked like if they would have just let the chandelier hit naturally without the table being set to break on its own. Of course, with flying debris going everywhere, it might have been a little dangerous. In the episode The Moment of Truth, when Samantha opens the door before Aunt Clara parachutes in, there are no houses behind her, which doesn't make much sense as we usually see houses everywhere on the street. We know for sure the Kravitzes live across the street, possibly at an angle, but it's literally supposed to be a walk across the street. The reason, of course, is because the scene was shot on a set in the studio, and they used a painted background that didn't really match what we were led to believe existed in this neighborhood. Of course, they didn't really make it for large, high-definition TV sets that we have today. They must have been banking on the idea that nobody could really see the backdrop very clearly back then. Unfortunately, I guess we'll never know for sure what Morning Glory Circle actually looked like. In the episode Twitch or Treat, when we first see Samantha's Halloween party, you can see a floating tray with champagne glasses. Boris, the warlock, walks to it and picks one up. A few minutes later, Boris arrives at the front door of the house for the first time with his cat, the one that turns into a girl, and Endora greets him as if he just arrived.
Boris, how good of you to come.
Hello, Boris.
Yep, it's definitely that same guy.
You know the people that I know you can see, but I'm not too sure about the people you know.
It's a very stupid cow.
On the episode, The Corn is as high as a gurney's eye. When a cow comes down in the elevator, an extra wearing a light-colored shirt is seen behind Sam and Darrin. A split second later, he's behind these guys in the back over towards the very left. Then they cut back to Sam and Darrin where the extra is still standing. Then we cut back again, and there he is, still. The extra goes to assist the elevator operator, but on the cut back to Sam and Darrin, he is still behind them. Either he has a twin, or there was some magic behind the scenes, or maybe somebody just goofed on this one.
Exactly.
Did you ever notice that Darrin's boss, Larry Tate, and his wife's bedroom have so much in common with the Stephens bedroom? They have the exact same curtains, for one. Their carpet is the exact same color. The fireplace looks exactly the same. The door going to the bathroom looks exactly the same. And the color of the walls looks exactly the same. Am I missing anything? Let me know in the comments.
So?
Well, I thought it was kind of interesting. Moving right along. Here's a goof that I've seen a lot on old movies and TV shows. In the episode Toys in Babeland. When Larry Tate leaves the Stephens home with a live toy soldier, he casts a shadow on the painted backdrop. The same thing happens on the episode Allergic to Macedonian Dodo Birds, when Samantha and Aunt Clara cast a small shadow on what is supposed to be sky on the far left. Probably would have been mostly cut off on old TV sets though. I don't blame Elizabeth Montgomery for not wanting to film this scene on a roof. I've been on plenty in my lifetime and I still hate going on roofs. In the episode If They Never Met, Sam gets to see Darrin's life if he would have never met her. Apparently he gets to drive a really cool car. When Endora and Sam appear in front of Darrin's office building, they are half-faded to show that they're invisible to the people that pass by. But the pedestrians are half-faded as well. Still a very interesting episode. It's the kind of storyline that made Bewitched such an interesting, fun show to watch. If you like this video, you might like my Monsters Goose video as well. I plan on trying to do as many Halloween TV-related videos as I can before Halloween, and then hopefully I can find a bunch of stuff to do related to Christmas after that. Please don't forget to like the video. It really helps the videos out. Comment, let me know what you think in the comments below. This is, of course, my Tvcrazyman channel. I also have a slightly newer channel I'm working on and incorporates my own animated characters in my videos called the Frady Cat Cartoons channel. The latest, I mixed my cartoon Ninja Cat Claw with an old Popeye the Sailor Man cartoon. Check it out if you get a chance, and please subscribe and watch the rest of the Tvcrazyman videos, dedicated to classic pop culture and great memories of when TV was cool.